Hi, I'm just chilling today and I have been wanting to record this video because about a week and a half ago, I asked on my Instagram stories if you guys what specifically you struggled with, and I got a lot of replies, more replies than I thought I would, and I'm so grateful for that because for a real long time I struggled with my fitness journey, and I'm here to talk to you and to show you that you can change your lifestyle. Like, if you're gonna take away anything from this video, is that a lifestyle change is possible when you have lived the past 28 years of your life living a different lifestyle. So I'm gonna give you a quick backstory on the lifestyle that I was living for a really long time. Like, just give you a quick idea of what my lifestyle was like before and what I've been able to change it into, and also answer most of the questions that you guys gave me. So prepare for this video. It's gonna be a long one. It's gonna be a podcast style. I hope you can hear me right, and that you enjoy this. I got my water, I got my phone. We're uploading a YouTube video right now. We're multitasking, but yeah, let's take a look. So to give you an idea, I grew up in a Hispanic household where diet culture was very much a thing, and more than diet culture, it was more body shaming. I would constantly hear from my parents that when I started growing up, I got cellulite. I got cellulite on my legs when I was about 12 to 13 years old. I started noticing it, and immediately, like, I would wear shorts, skirts, because I was a kid. My parents would say, you need to work out and you need to lose weight because you have cellulite. And my mom started doing this thing where any time that we would spend together, she would be like, let's work out, let's do Zumba, because you need to lose weight and you're gaining weight. And it sucks because I was 12 years old, 13, and on top of dealing with the body images and changes that your body goes through as a teenager, I had to go through the changes that I'm going through are not good. Like, these are bad things that are happening to me, and they were not. They were completely normal things. You see your cousins, you see your tias, and everybody has something to say about your body. And because I was, my dad would be like, well, we're gonna eat a salad today, we're gonna eat this today because you need to eat better. It was always about me and me not being enough or pretty enough, or like my body was too much, there was too much of it, and it was bad, and there wasn't really a balanced diet as much as they would love to think about it. There wasn't a balanced diet. So I grew up into an adult who didn't really know how to take care of herself, and I had really negative associations with working out. Like, I would think about working out as something that I had to do so that I could be like the girls in the videos that had like super flat stomachs, and they were super skinny. I grew up in the 90s, 2000s, with the low-rise jeans, and my body just didn't fit the type. Like, social media pushed, well, social media, magazines at the time pushed the agenda of like super skinny women. Like, we would see Jessica Simpson as a fat woman, which sucked, and like, I grew up to be a human that didn't know how to take care of herself. I would eat what I had to eat just because I was hungry, and very negative associations with food and working out. Fast forward to me living with my man, and same thing. Like, we both had really busy lifestyles. We both worked a lot, and we were adjusting to living with other people, so with each other. So it was particularly hard too, because we didn't know any better, And like, that's okay. We had a lot of fun. We would go out, we would drink and this, and it was great. And I remember I had an elliptical machine in my apartment, and I used it a couple of times. And I never really created the routine because, again, like, I would see it like, oh my God, this is so boring. I hate it. Like, oh, like this. There was never really, and you know what's worse? Like, when people tell you, you need to work out, you need to lose weight, you need to do this, it only makes it worse, because you feel like when you're working out, like you're doing it for somebody else except for yourself. And I think that was part of my issue, that I was like, like, when people tell me, like, we need to work out, we need to lose weight, like, that was the topic of conversation. I would go into working out as, oh my God, I have to do this. And I got even busier. My man got even busier. We ate what we had, available at the time to survive. Like, if he was coming home at 2 a.m. from his job, then we would eat Taco Bueno at like 2 in the morning. And that's okay. Like, we would eat like, oh my gosh, all right, we had a really hectic lifestyle, and I think we did what we had to do for the longest time. And then COVID started, and things just got progressively worse. Like, mental health, our mental health completely declined, because we were considered essential workers, and we had to work a lot, and through these crazy times, and we had even less time. And when I got to look, I probably 10 years ago, I was about 120 pounds. 10 years later, I was 210. And I was unhealthy and uncomfortable. I started noticing that I needed to change my lifestyle when I would eat and immediately pass out, like, tired. Like, my body was just like, we're clocking out after we ate. I had no energy. I constantly felt annoyed and lethargic. And on top of that, I felt uncomfortable. I couldn't really even feel comfortable tying my shoes because I had a really big belly at the time. I've shown progress videos on my TikTok and my Instagram if you want to check those out. But I had a really big belly, so I struggled bending over to, tie my shoes. I have dogs, and I would constantly feel like, ugh, like I have to bend over to pick up their poop and stuff. Overall, no energy, and no confidence either. Like, my confidence was a very low. I would play around with makeup, and I felt good in makeup, like taking pictures of myself with makeup on. But then, like, a sliver of like my arm would show, and I would be like, that's disgusting. And I would crop the picture like in the way that I wanted it to look, so that you couldn't see that. It was bad, overall. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, it wasn't great times for me mental health wise. I feel like I didn't have a sense of style because I never really knew how to dress my body. I'm not saying that that was bad, or I had a bad time the whole time. I actually have been happy, and I've been okay a lot of times. But just overall, like, it got to the point where I was just like, I just couldn't do it anymore, and I noticed that I needed a change. And my friend, she was a very big motivator. She works out at home all the time, and I would see how disciplined she was with her workouts. She wakes up every day and works out first thing in the morning, and she'd get her workout in. And I had tried, to work out next to my bed for the longest time. I tried, and I would work out once or twice and then stop. And there was a period of time in about 2018 where I actually did create a routine where I would work out, but it was not sustainable. I would do HIIT workouts every single day. And I would wake up at 6 a.m., do a HIIT workout on the treadmill, and then have a little breakfast, and then go to work for 12 hours, and then rest, and then do it over again the next day. And it was okay. I had a little bit of fun, but it wasn't like, I felt like I could have kept it going if life wouldn't have gotten in the way. At the time, it was my job. So that's how we ended up here. After I made the decision in 2020 to, actually change my lifestyle and be like, you know what, like, I'm gonna do this, like, because I started going on runs with my dogs to the park. We had a park nearby, and I would go on super long walks with them, and I would see people running with their dogs, and I was like, man, I wish I could do that, but I can't even run, like in my physique, like I just can't even run. So I was like, one time I remember I was like, I'm gonna run, like today I'm gonna run. And I wore my running shoes, and like it was, like really embarrassing for me at the time, like I just, like, everybody's gonna see me. And I ran for like 15 seconds and I had to stop. And I was like, oh my god, people are looking at me. And then I was like, no, you know what, like I don't care, like let me just do it again. So I started doing that every day, every morning. We would go to the park with my dogs. I would sprint with them. We would run for 15 seconds and stop and walk for a little bit, and then we would run again. And then I remember it became a thing for them, and they started looking for it. Like they would be like, are we running now? That was pretty fun, and that's kind of how I got started in my fitness journey. I always like to say that. But it wasn't a fitness journey. It was a losing weight journey. It wasn't a lifestyle change. It was unsustainable. So I started losing weight, and I started noticing changes in my body. But after a while, same thing. Life got in the way. I wasn't really doing well. And then I started seeing weight loss, and I started eating less and less because I would see changes, and I would look up the Booty King, a king, right? Loved his workouts, love how realistic his approach was, love his message, that he was like, change your lifestyle, do this. So I started looking up his workouts, and I did Chloe Ting's workouts for a while, and yeah, that's how we ended up here. Got a stepper, I started incorporating cardio, and then I fell in love with just doing cardio all the freaking time because I saw results, and then I wasn't healthy, and it was just like a whole thing of not knowing what to do. And now we're here. Now I look forward to my workouts. I have days when I don't want to work out. I have days when I just want to stay in bed and like eat and like sleep and like chill. We all have those days. But for the most part, I do look forward to lifting weights and just moving my body. So I'm gonna get to your questions now. Because now that you have an idea of everything that I've gone through, because I did go through a lot. I lost a lot of weight, lost my glutes, lost all my muscle mass in my body. All my muscle mass, created a really bad relationship with food. I got to the point where I didn't even want to eat so I wouldn't gain weight. And then I gained weight purposefully, which was extremely hard to gain my glutes back. And now I'm trying to lose body fat again without messing up my life and like messing up my relationship with food. And so far, we're doing great. So let me get to your questions now after like 17 minutes of rambling. How long should you focus on each body part a day? Example, Monday, arms. So I would say that the good thing is finding a good split that works for you. As a beginner, I would say to start with lower body, upper body, a rest day, lower body, upper body, and do 4 days. That way, it's not overwhelming. Finding the right routine. Also, I don't go to the gym because I'm scared, so I'm just at home. That's fine. I work out at home too. That's all I've done. I've stepped into the gym in the last 2 years, maybe a handful of times, and it's my local apartment gym. I don't like going to the gym. I get overwhelmed. Finding the right routine. Find a person that posts fitness content that you like, and follow their routine. Screenshot it, save their videos, do lower body, upper body, lower body, upper body, and do 4 days to get started. And as time goes by, you'll see you'll get familiar with the workouts and you'll want to change it up. But that's the best advice that I have, and follow those routines for 6 to 8 weeks so that you can actually master and grow into those workouts before you move on to new workouts and have to learn new ones. Eating habits. Eating habits is a hard one. Your relationship with food definitely has to heal. And you have to see food as fuel and as a way for your body to work, because that's what food does for us. So I would say eating habits, if you struggle, is creating a schedule. I know that's kind of insane, but it worked out for me a lot, which was being a lot more strict with, I have breakfast at 9 in the morning, I have lunch by 2 p.m., I have dinner by 9 p.m., and then I'll have a snack between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. in the afternoon. I follow that schedule, and I don't say I'm gonna have breakfast at this exact time, but I'm gonna have breakfast before 9 a.m. You know, I won't have breakfast after. If I have to, it's because it's an emergency and something happened. But my schedule overall helped me a lot to heal my relationship with food and to stay full for longer periods of time. And also, you kind of look forward to your meal. You're like, okay, at 2 p.m. I'm gonna have lunch. To stay consistent and motivated. Consistency and motivation, I would say, are two separate things. But consistency is what we practice every day when you show up for yourself, even on the days that you don't want to show up. That's why I suggest the schedule, okay? I suggest a schedule that works for you, that's not unrealistic. That's why I created my 3-day workout routine that is on YouTube. I'll link it somewhere here, because if you do that 3 days a week, you can consistently do something 3 days a week for a month. You've created that consistency. If you manage to do it for 2 weeks, it's a win. For 3 weeks, you're already winning. 4 weeks, it's like amazing. By the 6th week, you won't even think about it because you're doing it consistently. Motivation, you gotta be your own motivation. You gotta find a way that this is gonna work out for you. But I will say, if you really want this and you wake up every day thinking, I wish I was that person that just works out, fill your timeline with workout stuff. Forget about the funny videos. Forget about everything that doesn't align with the goals that you have, okay? Fill up your timeline with stuff that, even if you work out at home, fill it up with form to do RDLs. Like every single thing that you see that's gym related. Eventually you'll see all of your feed will be workout stuff. And cute workout clothes help as well. I'm severely overweight, so making a start anywhere is really hard, and the motivation to do anything, I literally hate being out in public because of how insecure I am. I understand that. Home workouts, small space workouts with 2 20-pound dumbbells, 2 10-pound dumbbells, whatever you have. I would say the first thing is healing your relationship with yourself and knowing that you are overweight and it's going to take time for you to lose weight, and that you are prepared to making that commitment, and that you will make changes to do this, that you know that this is something that you want. Anxiety. I feel that. Anxiety is very hard, but I will say lifting weights helps my anxiety a whole lot. I feel a lot better after a lifting session, because I think the thing about lifting is that you constantly prove to yourself that you're capable of doing things you didn't think you were capable of, and that helps. Arms and lower belly. You'll be surprised. Lower belly is the last thing that will start, lowering in body fat. You have to lose a lot of body fat to be able to lose that. Don't be afraid to work out your upper body and go really hard on upper body. I can tell you I've seen a massive difference in my arms since I started going really hard on my upper body workouts. So don't be scared of that. Lift heavy and go hard 2 days a week. Lower belly, I would suggest try practicing stomach vacuums. I did those and I do those every once in a while still. And they do help my lower belly a lot. Like it's like engaging your pelvic floor and like pulling everything up. It really helps. Eating enough protein, bestie, I feel that. Best advice is schedule your meals and make sure that every single meal has protein in it. And I know that it sucks and for some people it's hard to eat on a schedule, but that's where meal prep comes into place and like filling up your place with like stuff that you can have enough protein with. Accountability and motivation. Train me. Accountability to yourself, I'd say. I will say for that, my Apple Watch helped me a lot. My Apple Watch saved me in a lot of ways because it would tell me, you haven't closed your ring. You closed it yesterday. How come you're not closing it today? And I became obsessed with beating it. I was like, I'm gonna freaking close my ring before this thing goes off. Before it reminds me that I haven't done it, I'm gonna close it. And it helped me a lot. And I'm here for you. I get comfortable and fall off. Consistency is where I lack. Same thing. Build a schedule, follow it, and be disciplined with yourself. Consistency is about you showing up when you don't want to. And I know that it's hard, but that's why it doesn't have to be a bad workout. It has to be fun for you. So you can at least say, you know what, I'm gonna have fun anyways. So either you make a really fire playlist. I have one on the link below. Either you have a really fun playlist that's gonna make you wanna dance and it's gonna make you wanna get up and like do all of these things. You also have to know that once you're done with your workout, you're gonna feel so much better. I just don't know where to begin. Just start. Stop saying you're gonna start on Monday. Stop saying that you're gonna start next week, next month, in 2023. Just start today with whatever you have. I have routines with gallons of water. Just start taking little steps, babe. I promise you, it's easier than it seems sometimes. And it's all about a game of you versus you. Nutrition is hard because I eat everything I want, but in moderation. And my focus is like eating a lot of protein. So for me, nutrition, just a lot of people think that you have to eat like super clean to be able to see results, and you don't. You really don't. You can still have your frijoles, arroz. You can have your burgers. I literally had a burger yesterday and I woke up today and I was like, damn, I feel lean, you know? And it's great, but I'm not saying that it might be like that forever for you at the beginning, but it is important for you to have the foods that you want in moderation, of course. Routine to go with, what split? I have a bunch of them on my TikTok. I promise you, that's just the way to start. That's just that. Forget about if it works or not. Forget about if it's gonna grow your butt. We all want that, yes, but as time goes by, you will see how much you learn and how many changes you can make to it. How many reps or sets I'm supposed to do? Reps, it's up to you. Sets, I recommend starting with 3 to 4 sets, depending on how intense you're gonna be lifting. Reps really depend on you though, because I don't recommend for beginners to go with super heavy weight at the beginning because you can easily hurt yourself because you don't know form. So if you go lighter, you might be able to get more reps out of it, and that's okay. But in the future, you'll see you'll have to start adding weight and your reps are gonna get lower, and that's kind of the point. Eventually, you wanna get to the point where you can do 4 to 5 reps and you're really struggling. You get to that 6th one and you're like, oh my God, I can barely lift this. And that's how you know you're making progress, because you're lifting more. My thighs, despite my efforts, it's so hard to see the change, but I don't give up. Love that attitude. You're not supposed to give up. That's amazing. Or like really focusing on compound movements such as your deadlifts, incorporating Bulgarians into your routine. I know we all hate those. Lunges variations, squats, because squats target the legs more than anything. Overall, just leg workouts. The stepper has also really helped my thighs. Food, eat what you want in moderation. Just don't drink your calories. Some protein. I think that's the biggest thing. Focus on protein. If you have 4 tortillas, usually have 2, have 3, and start eating a little bit less in that regard. But you still have the things that you like. Actually getting up to work out. This is a hard one. I actually made a video about this recently, as to one day that I was in bed and I was just like, I just don't want to do this today. I do not feel like doing this today. I was so tired. I had a really long day, and I had a live scheduled, and I had a couple of really long days before then. So the last thing that I wanted was to work out. And I have a routine that I do for those days that is just like, I really don't want to work out. Like, and then I just stop thinking about it, and I'm like, no, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna brush my teeth and I'm gonna wash my face. Or I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna get those leggings that I really like how I look in. I'm gonna get those. And then I get dressed. And then I think, you already got dressed. Just go ahead and brush your teeth and put on some makeup and like, let's do this. Like, you know. And it's like, okay, so I go, I brush my teeth, wash my face, put on a little bit of makeup. And while I'm putting on my makeup, I'm like, I really don't feel like doing this. And then I'm like, you know what? You're already here. Just go have some pre-workout. Go have some pre-workout, listen to your music, try to enjoy your workout. You're already here anyways. Just try it. And if you don't feel like it, then you quit. And you say, you know what, like, I'm not feeling it today. I just want to go to bed. It happens, right? And that's kind of how I take it, one step at a time. And then I get there, I get pre-workout, you know, and I start warming up and I start listening to my music, and I'm like, just focus on the music, just focus on this song. You really like the song. And before I know it, it's been 45 minutes. Wanting to look a certain way, but wanting to accept who I am. This is a freaking hard one, y'all. Love yourself every step of the way. That's all I have to say. You're beautiful in the way that you are. Stop looking at working out like a way to change yourself. You're beautiful in the way that you are. If changes come from working out, amazing. If they don't, you're still okay, because you're still a baddie. So I understand that struggle, but my biggest advice is to try to think, you're not doing this to change your body. You're doing this to change your lifestyle. Trying to pick up weights in general. I don't have a gym membership and my household is not it felt. You know, I've lived in a toxic household before, so I understand. Pick up weights in general. To be honest with you, you could start with some adjustable dumbbells. That's kind of how I started. And you can keep them under your bed, or you can keep them right next to your bed, like literally hidden away where nobody can see them. You pull them apart. Self-worth. This affirmations. I know that it sounds like bullshit. I know. Don't come for me. I know what it sounds like, okay? But affirmations work. The way that we talk to ourselves makes a big impact in our mental health. Tell yourself every morning, I am great, I am pretty, I put my worth in my intellectual abilities and not in my body. I am pretty because I'm smart, I'm pretty because I'm kind. Tell yourself those things and then find a way to empower yourself. And this is why I think lifting weights is so empowering, is because it makes you feel like such a baddie. Like, it makes you feel like, hell yeah, I can lift weights. I've told people I can deadlift you. Like, I told a guy one time, because he was like some dude for my job, and like he tried to talk to me a certain way, and I was like, I literally could deadlift you right now. And I know I can. And he looked at me like, don't test me. 2 years ago, I would have never said anything. But he pissed me off so much, and I was just like, I could deadlift you right now, you know? I know you're not talking to me like, I know you're not talking to me like that, when I can literally pick you up and deadlift you right now. Never again did this guy say anything to me. Lifting weights will turn you into the baddest version of yourself, because you're a baddie. You just don't know it yet. Inconsistent. Just keep going, babe. Keep showing up every single day. Find a way to make it motivating. Cute workout clothes, a great playlist. I have one on my profile. Enjoying your workouts. I really like the stepper, and I really like my trampoline because how much fun they give me. They give me so much fun. And I feel like I look forward to that fun during my day. Staying consistent on days when I'm exhausted. I felt this one, and I will say a good pre-workout really does help. I've been taking OxyShred, and I see a massive difference in my performance. Your body will crash if it doesn't have enough water. During menstrual cycle, that was one that I wanted to talk about. Menstrual cycle is very difficult for us women. Try to do some body weight exercises during that time. I know that it is extremely rough, but you absolutely can do this as long as it's comfortable for you. If you feel like you really can't do lower body during your menstrual cycle, focus on doing upper body for that week. And I promise you, upper body and cardio, you'll feel better. You'll see. All right, babes, I am gonna go. This was pretty fun. I'm gonna do this again. I love doing this type of podcast style video. I hope you guys liked it too. If you did, if you learned something new, if you feel like you're not alone in this, I promise you, you're not. All of us are struggling and just trying to figure it out. And I'm here for you to share as much as I possibly can. You guys have a beautiful day, and that you guys start enjoying your journey more than trying to change your body. Just try to enjoy the journey. Try to heal the relationship with food that you have. Try to heal your relationship with working out, and start seeing it as a way for you to feel empowered and feel better about yourself. Because if this journey has taught me anything, is how to be confident in myself. Even if I have back rolls, even if I have belly rolls, cellulite, I feel incredibly confident now, and I feel like I owe that to lifting weights. I may not be the strongest person right now, and I may not be the leanest, but man, do I have the confidence of one. And that is literally because I just wanted to focus on changing my lifestyle more than changing my body. The changes will come, I promise you. Keep working hard, keep going. You absolutely got this. I post workouts here, workouts on TikTok, workouts on Instagram. I post food on Instagram a lot, and I'll be posting even more. So stick around with me. I love you. Go have a lot of water, a lot of protein, and stretch. And I hope you have a great day. Okay? Bye.